Please welcome Mr. Marc Benioff.
Thank you, everybody, for coming here today. Thank you very much for coming to the Toyota MegaWeb. First, before I begin, please, on behalf of myself and my company, my customers, and the United States, please accept our great condolences for the Japan disaster. We are working hard to respond to this disaster through Operation Tomodachi, with over $1 million donated so far directly from our customers, as well as we are donating our product and our time. We're making Salesforce.com free, as well as the use of our data centers and our databases and applications for all organizations who are affected by the disaster will not pay Salesforce, but be able to use these services for no charge. Today, we have over 30 organizations who are taking advantage of our Operation Tomodachi at Salesforce.com, including many of the municipalities, as you know, like Sendai City and Chiba City and Tsukuba City. And there's much more that we can do. But again, it is my deep sadness and also my deep compassion for the country of Japan and for everyone who's been affected by this. And Salesforce also will work harder in its relief efforts. I want to thank very much my good friend Toyoda-san for his nice comments about Salesforce.com and our partnership. Of course, we have been working now for many months on this exciting and important vision. And for many of you who are familiar with Salesforce.com, you know that we have a tremendous success here in Japan. Salesforce.com's largest customer is the Japanese government. And of course, many other Japanese companies use Salesforce.com to manage its operations and to provide kind of a mission-critical environment, including very many famous Japanese companies and government agencies. Of course, we operate the Japan Post Network, as well as METI, the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, the Ministry of the Environment, the Ministry of Communications, and many famous Japanese companies like Sampo and so many others. That's why we have responded as best as we can through our Operation Tomodachi to support you. We recognize that we need to have an additional commitment to Japan. We have, of course, made many investments in Japan. We also made significant new technology investments, as well as investing in Japanese companies. But we believe now we have to work harder, and we have to make an additional investment once again in Japan, that this is an extremely important time for Salesforce to invest in Japan. That's why it is such an honor, and with a great amount of respect and humility, that we have been selected by such a great company like Toyota, who we view as the true global leader in technology and the true global leader in social responsibility. We bow to Toyota, and we bow to Toyoda-san and his leadership, and we are humbled by being selected as the vendor for Toyota Friend. Toyota Friend is an idea that I had when I was thinking about the changes that are going on in our industry today. Our industry is going through dramatic change and dramatic shift. Everybody knows the shift to mobility. You don't have to look any farther than the success of the iPad here in Japan. It's been a phenomenal success. Or the iPhone, or the BlackBerry, or many of the other devices that are made popular by NTT or KDDI. It's been a phenomenal time in Japan to see mobility as the strength of this new society. But mobility, which also has been ignited around the world, is also united with social networks. And we've seen the shift to Facebook. We've seen the shift to Twitter, which those two entities now have more than 1 billion users. And of course, we've seen the shift to Mixi here in Japan and to so many other important and critical social networks. When a company like Toyota thinks about this today, how should they think about this change? How should they think about mobility? How should they think about social networking? While at the same time, they have to think about great new technology like they're building here with this amazing new Toyota plug-in hybrid, which is an amazing new shift in automobile technology. Everybody recognizes that soon we're not going to be putting gas in our cars, we're simply going to be plugging them in right here on this port. These are many different shifts that are happening then for Toyota. Not just the technology shifts like social networking and mobility, but the fundamental shift of the car itself and how the user thinks of the car and acts in the car and works in the car. So when we think about Toyota Friend, we believe the car needs to become your friend. So if I'm on a social network, how does the car speak to me? How does the car integrate with me directly to the factory as well as to the dealer? How does the car also help me get to the service station or provide some type of maintenance? I want a relationship with the car in the same way that I have a relationship with other friends I have on social networks. The car is going to become social. All of our products are going to become social. We're getting on the network. And we need a combination of not just products on the network, like the car, and dealers on the network, and factories on the network, but a deeper integration with our fundamental employees. Well, this is going to give us more transparency. This will give us more communication, more collaboration. This will give us a more open view of what's happening inside our companies. We'll be able to spot quality problems faster. We'll be able to spot market trends faster, and we'll become more profitable companies with much higher revenue because our customers will be happier. And our customers' products should be our friends. If you look at how we're designing the Toyota Friend Network, this idea of the Toyota Friend Network is the fundamental linking, as you can see, of the social networks, whether it's Mixi, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube, that the car is going to have an identity that it's able to move easily between these social networks, and a deep integration with the call center and the contact center and customer service and support. A deep integration with the traditional ERP back office players like SAP or Oracle. And on my mobile device as well, I'm able to see what is going on my Toyota Friend, right on my iPad, right on my Toyota iPhone. And of course, I'm also able to talk immediately to the dealer, to the distributor. I'm able to talk directly to the factory, get my questions answered, learn about new features and functions, and how I can become more successful driving this next generation of technology. And through a new technology that we've been building called Salesforce Chatter, which is at the heart of the Toyota Friend environment, Salesforce Chatter provides a private social network that links the cars, the factories, the dealers, and the customers together. Today, we're very excited that Salesforce.com and Toyota are making a joint investment, bringing our two companies more further together. We recognize that we need to have this strategic alliance so that we too can become better friends, that we're really working harder to bring the best of cloud computing with Salesforce.com and the best of the automotive world. This is truly the best of both worlds, the development of the Toyota Friend Network. Now, I'd like to invite all of you. Tomorrow, we'll be doing a technical deep dive, and we'll be introducing it to 250 of our top customers here in Japan. I'd like to invite you to that technical unveiling of Toyota Friend tomorrow, which will happen at the Grand Hyatt Tokyo Hotel tomorrow at 5:00 p.m. I will further review the details of the cloud computing, the architecture, the software and hardware, and the capabilities necessary that will become Toyota Friend. I'd like to invite all of you to this technical discussion and meeting our customers tomorrow, at the Grand Hyatt Tokyo Hotel. And you can find out more details at salesforce.com/JP. With that, I'd now like to introduce you to our very good friend and a key visionary and inspiration behind the Toyota Friend. Please welcome Tomoyama-san.